What's up, friends? It's absolutely freezing morning in Johannesburg, South Africa. So I thought I'm not going outside. There's no way. So I'm gonna show you guys how I made my song "Love Me." Let's go.
I wish I could let you run free. Tell me, do you?
So I'm gonna take it section by section, just to kind of use as a precaution of me yapping too much. If I don't have a structure, I'll just talk nonsense for like a really long time. A little bit of backstory to this song on how it started production wise. I was actually on holiday at the time. I think I made it in November, maybe late November, early December. And you can actually see on this audio file it says Taj, Cape Town. So Taj is a hotel. I was literally in a hotel when I started making this song because I just had a craving to start working on a song because I went through a little something that inspired me to make the song, which was just kind of liking a girl that didn't really like me back in the same way. And it just sparked the song idea. But obviously, being on holiday and in a hotel means I was planning on taking time off, so I didn't have a guitar or my whole setup, my mic and my interface and stuff like that. So what I did was what anybody else would do is I just went on Splice. And I thought I could make an idea. And if I fuck with the idea, I could start recording vocals on my phone. And that's exactly what I did. That's why these backing vocals say Taj Cape Town, because like it's taking the geotag of where I recorded that voice memo. So these are the samples that I started with. It's a combination of three. I'll go through them one by one. Adding the second one. And the third one. Pretty sure the third one is just a doubled, slightly different variation of the second sample. But as you can see, if I zoom in, there's a lot of cuts and stuff happening. So that was just me taking the sample and rearranging the chord progression to something that I enjoyed. And this later section, obviously, it might be a little bit confusing as to why there's three other tracks instead of not adding it up here. It's just because it's a different chord progression, a different sequence of how I cut it. I also think it might be different samples. There you can see I cut that chord. Another chord I injected there. So I just kept it for peace of mind, and it's easy to look at for me to know, okay, that's where the pre starts. It's in those bottom three. So yeah, that's the guitar section. And then I added some synth stuff just for the ambience and just something interesting happening. And I really like the wailing sound because it feels quite yearning. It's kind of sad. Nothing special with this, just a basic sine wave moog. That's quite distorted. I think it's soft clipped. Another reverse, little synth. These are two guitars I tracked when I eventually got back home into my setup, but I'm pretty sure we ended up removing it because there just wasn't a need for it. We felt the mix was kind of cluttered, and we tried to kind of strip away because I tried to not overdo the production because it is quite a bare song. Yeah, that's pretty much the intro. And actually, let me show you this. My good friend Josh Berry jumped on production with me for this one. I kind of finished the song and then I just told Josh, here you go. Have fun. Do something with it. If there's something we think is sick, we'll take it. But working with people as amazing as Josh Berry, everything he puts in is incredible. So I used everything. Josh really put in this absolutely sick, I think it's this track. He printed my vocal and did fucking God knows what to it, but it sounds absolutely insane. And he recorded this bass. There it is. So just really cool dry stuff. I think I really enjoyed the dry elements because the stuff I had were already quite washed out and ambient. And these are just kind of cool and fuzzy. It's nostalgic kind of vibe. It's really, really good. So shout out Josh for being an absolute G. Yeah, let's move on to the next section. Pre-chorus has some really cool synthy stuff. I don't want to show all the juice, to be honest, but there you go. There's the plugins. There's the plugs. That one's printed, so I can't show you that.
'Cause I'm checking my phone all day.
Really nice piano. This piano I don't use a lot, but I'm starting to use it more because this is actually like a multi-sample piano. By independent creator. I wish I could remember his name. I just don't. So it's just a really nice felt piano. Going through tape, studio tape, sketch cassette, stuff like that. So it's just making it really nice and warm. That reverse synth still going, still droning in the background. And these guitars. I tracked these guitars on my SM7B. As you can tell by the significant amount of hiss.
But I don't think you love.
Slowly we get into the drums. So the drums are all samples and VSTs. So some of them are grouped within the summing stack. Some of them are not. Mainly because I have a filter going on the summing stack and I wanted the cymbals to kind of shine out above that. So the drums right now in this first chorus sound like this. And I filtered them down because I wanted the first chorus to kind of feel like a down chorus. Here's like a phaser / flange on that cymbal. That was mainly just to tame the highs. Because it is a down chorus, I don't want a lot of shiny high end except for the vocal. So very swingy. If I take the filter out, you can hear it. Very boom bap. Bap, 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 boom bap. Cool vibe. It's a very Noah Kahan-esque kind of typical thing. So that's pretty much it for the chorus. Oh, these are cool. Let me not forget about these. So for my guitarists and producers that are unfamiliar with a rubber bridge guitar, it's a really cool thing that's been popularized. Well, it's always been popular, but right now it's quite prominent. Especially with people like Phoebe Bridgers, Ethan Gruska, people like that, they always use it. But obviously, that means buying a new guitar with an actual rubber bridge, or either modifying a guitar you currently do own and putting in a rubber bridge. And I didn't want to do that. So what I did is I took a piece of sponge and I cut it up. And what I do is I basically just take my guitar and I pop it in just above the bridge, underneath the strings. So it kind of mutes them out the same way a rubber bridge guitar would. Now, it's not a one-to-one. They don't sound exactly the same as a rubber bridge guitar, but it sounds very similar. And funny enough, it can actually give a more interesting texture sometimes because it's obviously a sponge. So that's what it sounds like. It's a very cool textural sound. And it's a sound I'm obsessed with. Like, I want to put it in every single song, so I literally have to stay disciplined to not do it and overdo it. But it's such a lovely sound, and it really, 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 really drives the kind of rhythmic flow of the chorus. So the second verse is when I had a lot of my fun, especially vocally. So going into the second verse is obviously this huge vocal stack.
Sometimes
That's literally just 10 layers of me screaming into the microphone. Yeah, I don't know if we kept that in. That's kind of funny if we did. But let's see what the main factors are that differentiate from the rest of the song. I see another guitar. Oh, very nice. Very Noah Kahan-y sound. Got some pads. Really nice atmosphere. Low electric piano. Drums are finally unfiltered. Moo carrying the low end. Some backing vocals. A lot of backing vocals. Second chorus. Really nice build up.
There is none. I wish I could let you run free. Tell me, do you love me? Oh, I wish I could run free, but I don't think you love me.
And then the breakdown. Really nice. Puts a smile on my face every time. So obviously, the second chorus had to be a big shebang, because the first one was a down chorus, everything's filtered. It's more a focus on the lyrics and what I'm trying to kind of convey with this song. So the second chorus was a lot of fun, because I did a lot of orchestral things with it. So these are violins, cellos, bass, trombones, cellos, violins. So there's a lot that's panned all around. It always makes me really happy to listen to like the soloed orchestral stuff, because it's so pretty. Like, I mean, if the song was literally just that and my main vocal.
Run, run, run free. Tell me, do you love, love, love me? Oh, I wish I could run, run, run free. But I don't
Really
think
nice.
you
Synthy
love,
stuff.
love, love me. Love, love, love me.
Really pretty conversion into the breakdown. Got a bass, another bass doing some high indie stuff, more synth. It's a cute little full circle moment for the song. Just makes me happy. You know, it's just such a nice feeling. Drums on full swing.
I wish I could run, run, run free.
Acoustic guitars driving all the way.
You love, love,
Electric guitars filling in.
love, love, love me.
You can feel, you know, it just feels frustrating. You can feel the frustration just building. That's mainly what I wanted to do with that breakdown. You know, it starts off with such lush, really perfect guitars. When it comes to sonics and just the way it was tracked, you can clearly hear in the samples it was tracked perfectly. And I wanted the end to kind of be the opposite, where you can feel you were expecting something perfect out of this relationship, but it's just becoming more and more frustrating. And the inevitable fact that it's not going to last is just crawling up on you, and it's getting closer and closer. Let me see if I missed anything interesting. Maybe go into some of Josh's stuff. I want to see what Josh did to the breakdown. Josh had these really cool swells. I think he took the orchestra. Yeah. Like what? Then he had a tom full going. Just a ba-boom. Some snare going. Some percussive stuff. Very subtle stuff, but it really does tie in everything. And he's so good at doing that. I think with this song, especially if you compare it to my others, there's not a lot of sound designy stuff, because I feel like if I were to break down songs like Good Enough, there'd be so many things where I could show you how I took a sound of a coin hitting the table and turned it into a riser, or like a huge snare, or even a bass. So yeah, this was a really cool song for me, because it kind of takes me back to the roots of how I started making music with just a guitar and singing. So that's pretty much the production and how I made Love Me. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and there's new music soon. Otherwise, stream Love Me, and I'm gonna go take a shower and probably jump in bed, because it is so bold right now.